Let's check it out. We are live, episode 34 of the Quit Eating Animals show. We are outside on the deck Saturday afternoon. This is my first time using Ecamm Live Pro. What I want to do is get someone interviewing or see if someone can come join and come chat. So interview, I don't know how to do that. So we're going to figure this out together. And there's supposedly a link that I should be able to share, but I don't know how to do that. So we gotta actually, boom, there's interview on. Welcome to Ecamm Live interview mode. I can add up to 4 guests. So we want to activate this. Okay, I have a link here. Interview guests. Interview chat. All right, so I can copy that link. Where are my comments here? Can I add comments? Here, we're going to try something. All right, the link, see if I can type this out. We're just going to hang out and watch this. Use the link to all right, so if you're here, use the link to come talk. Otherwise, I don't know how to send it to you, but use that link to come live chat. I'll bring you on and we can chat about it, talk about it. If you didn't like anything that I said or responded to. All right. All right, cool. So we're just going to be responding to some comments here. So let me get my screen. This is kind of weird. All right, we're still on. All right, we're figuring this out, though. I want to see that. All right, so we got some comments to respond to here. And actually, I should do my video on the fishing because that was terrible. If you go back and through the, yeah, let's do that. I'm going to hide that. We're going to share this video. Let's talk through this and I'll share this video. All right, so let me set this up here. So I'm up on the deck here. I'm filming out these three I'm gonna say gentlemen in this boat. The guy in the middle had just caught something, so I picked up my phone. We're at 3 seconds in. All right, so I'm gonna say he just caught something, so count it as the fish just got caught on board. And I seen him bring it out of water and put it on. So I grabbed my camera real quick, literally from the seat I'm sitting in now, and zoomed in and watched. And well, we're going to see what happens here. All right, so the fish is on board. He gets it. We're 10 seconds in, and I don't see what the fish is. There's the fish. There's the fish. Now he's holding it up. He's in the middle. And they're laughing. This is, a very tiny fish. This is a baby fish. All right, so he's laughing. He said, "I can't believe I caught this." And they see me filming, and I have this camera, and I'm pretty obvious with what with what I'm doing. So they're taking pictures. They're holding up, thumbs up. Guy in the front, he gets in the picture, and they take a picture with the baby fish. He shows him. He's happy, thanks. He looks at me. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not saying really anything. So he looks at him. So what should I do with it? So I've never seen this before. So he's looking at it. He made the decision to, I'm going to put it back on the hook that I just got him with, that I just hooked his mouth with. I'm going to put it, I'm going to hook him again instead of putting him back in the water. And I'm going to use him, or that baby fish, as bait to try to catch another fish. So meanwhile, they're looking up at me and they still see me filming. And he's looking, everyone knows I'm filming. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty obvious with it. I'm not saying anything though, so they don't know if I'm not yelling, screaming, upset. But there he goes. So now the middle guy's got the fish hooked, and he's still out of water. Meanwhile, we're a minute 25 into the video, and so now he still has him out. We're a minute 30 seconds, and now he's in. So now the fish that just got caught, minute 30 seconds, I'm going to say, out of water, can't breathe, got held up, held for a fish, or held for a picture, and now is rehooked and now back into the water. All right, and so now the guy in the back, I don't know if you saw that. Let me back up here. He throws deuces. He sees, he's on the camera, so he knows I'm videoing. They see me. He's looking. Watch him throw up deuces. Peace. Yes, and I'm still not saying anything, only because I'm just watching. And so there, the fish is out of water. He pulls the fish up out of water. Or is that the bobber? No, now the fish is in the water. So the fish is swimming now. He's trying to obviously get another fish to come grab that fish or eat that fish, and now he's going to be hooked on to that fish. Never seen it before. Now he flings. I paused it. He flings the fish out of the water, the baby fish out of the water, and now over the boat. Over the boat. Now he's on the other side. We'll try this. They're still fishing. I think they got stuck over on the seawall. I think we might have missed that. He threw it up. They got stuck over on the seawall. But really focus on the fish in the middle. The guy in the middle is using the baby fish as bait to try to get another fish, a bigger fish, to eat that fish, which is very, I'm going to call it, I just never really thought about doing, and I'm trying to put myself in that fish's perspective, in that fish's shoes, and I'm still hooked to this, to the line here, the one that I've got caught. Now I'm 3 minutes still into the video. They get unhooked there. They got caught on the seawall. They push back. But meanwhile, watch the guy in the middle. And up and over again. So the fish up and over. I think that's now twice up and over the boat. Flung out of the water onto the other side. Meanwhile, this guy, they still don't know why I'm watching. He spits in the water. He's vaping. They're vaping. He's looked back. They're like, I don't know if he's watching. I don't know if they see the shirt. But they're laughing. Now the fish is, I think we might have missed that. I'm too worried about the guys watching me, but watch the guy in the middle. The fish, he took the fish out of the water. The fish is dangling, wiggling, is not happy. And now fish is, I think he's put it back into the water. I don't know what happens to my camera angle here. Come back, but I'm back up. I took the fish to the other side of the boat. I might have missed that, clearly. Now he's on the other side. And this video is about to cut it short, only because I think I had to go inside here. or I was kind of fed up with it after I really watched this. But watch the fish in the middle. Now he's up out of water, hanging out of water. This baby fish is out of water, out of the water, flopping, dropping in, up and down, and watch. Ultimately gets flung back and tossed, splash, flung all the way, right, all the way to the right of the tree there. So, very interesting. Click. All right. So you've seen the video. You've seen what the fishermen did to the fish, to the baby fish. I don't think I would have thought about it I don't think I would have thought about it earlier. My streaming quality's lowered. Interconnection was not as fast. All right, I apologize for the internet connection if it's slow, if it's terrible. I might have to cut this short just to see what the quality's like and then jump back on. But I wanted to get this fish video out because it's something that I would never have thought about prior to becoming vegan. I wouldn't have looked at this. I wouldn't have looked at this earlier. I wouldn't have thought of anything if nobody was asking questions or if I didn't come to these, thoughts on my own. And so that's why I'm sharing this, is because, when you do put yourself in the fish's position in this, how long was the video? 4 minutes and 35-second ordeal, and still going on after I stopped. And I know they hung around and they were still obviously fishing throughout. But through that whole ordeal, what that fish went through, if we put ourselves in that fish's position. So, it's not necessary. They're not doing it for survival. People think fishing is natural. It's certainly not natural. You don't need to do it. It's not necessary. It's tradition, though. I know that I grew up fishing. I fished in this river. I've caught fish in this river. I've got pictures holding up fish. I've got. I think I held it up right to my son's mouth. I think there's a picture of that. I'll bring that back. So I fished before I get it, but I just haven't thought about it before. I haven't thought about it like this, and now that I do, it's like, well, why think anything different? And even if you can get to the point where it's like, maybe, like, why not give benefit of the doubt? Like, just the fish feel pain, or saying cartilage, they don't feel the hook through it. It's just like a piercing. Well, I know that, I've piercings. I've gotten my tongue pierced before. That hurt. Any piercing that you get, you're putting a needle through your flesh. Of course it's going to hurt. You saw the tags when you tag cows through the ear. Certainly does not feel good. Branding doesn't feel good. Clearly, that doesn't feel good. But fish being flung out of water, being dangled with a hook in your mouth, you're stuck to this line, and then we clearly don't know what happened at the end of this fish's ordeal. But it's certainly not good. There's certainly not good things that happen. Certainly not. So that's that. All right. Let's go ahead and respond to some comments here. Let me share my screen. Let me get this. Can I get this over? All right. This is kind of weird on one screen. I gotta get to this. Okay. Trying to, maybe I gotta minimize one of these here. This one keeps coming back. We're gonna get there. If I just put this down here, you see that? I'll put this up here. Can I go into... All right, we're going to go into YouTube Studio. We're going to go into the comments here. All right. I could go for some steak and burgers right now. Yeah, me too. Plant-based burgers. That's what you don't understand. I mean, you can have steak and burgers. Just use plant-based. It doesn't need to be an animal. By the way, I like and heart every single one. I don't know what it does, but I appreciate your comments just because you took the time to say yes or no on this. So I appreciate it. But why not no? Why, if they respond with no, why not? People eat tasty animals. Yeah, I know. We have for over 30 years. And I would say it's simple to make the switch. It's I wouldn't say it's easy. I think you have to come up with it in your mind and move and keep moving the needle forward on it. Just know that it's the goal. It's the answer. Butter can't be plant-based. Why not? Why can't butter be plant-based? Uh, the thing about butter is, I mean, dairy is probably is really the worst. Dairy is the worst. It's not even for us. It's not meant for us. Meant for baby calves. It's meant for the cow's babies. That specific animal. That's what that milk is meant for. Just like our mom's milk was meant for us when we were growing up. Eat more beef. Uh, why would you want to? Why would you want to, once knowing that you contribute to violence and killing of animals, why do you want to continue that? Why would you actively try to go out of your way to want to harm other beings, other animals? It doesn't make sense. It's not natural. I know that people are responding to this out of dissonance. It's, haha, funny. It helps satisfy that dissonance, but you know, you don't want to be contributing to more, like, to that. You certainly don't. So why would you want to? All right. They're for the use of man. Everything on this planet is for the use of humanity, and humanity will thrive and be provided for if they remember God and follow God. If not, Satan will sift you as wheat and destroy you. Stop distancing yourself from God. God is reaching out to you. Don't let philosophy of men cloud God's purposes. I don't spend too much time in religion, and because, number one, I don't necessarily know all that much about religion, about any specific religion, any specific God. But I know that no God would want what we do now to animals. what God would want to kill animals when it's unnecessary? What God would want to enslave and breed animals into existence to kill them for food? You know, I just not any God that I would want to be a part of. All right, so let's get back to. How do I filter this out? Let's do responses with new replies. Where's our? Let's go back here. Ecamm Live. All right. All right. So kids are going crazy in there. You hear? They are having fun. All right. Let's see. Zeno the Menace. Did you know how many animals are killed to get your salad bowl? In that massive field, they farm the vegetables and fruits. They also have to rid the entire area of animals that would want to eat those plants. Here's what I say about this. And we can go. I responded here. We can follow it. Do you not eat vegetables? Do anyone who says this also eats vegetables? And so if you think about it, it's like, why would you want to do that and contribute to violence and harming animals? Even if this were the case, even if this upsets you that much. But the intention of killing an animal for food is way different than growing plants. And let's just say, like, when you plow the fields, you kill, mice, or and I actually think that they did a study. I think my wife was looking at it or talked about it, that animals are smart, right? If they sense and see that you're coming, or that, right, they'll just move. They just move to different areas, just like what we do when we take their land. They just move to different areas. So it's not about harming, killing animals and mice and voles and all these animals when you till these fields and plow for vegetables. And so it's just a deflection, and shouldn't really be used. I mean, I know why it's used, but it's like you can answer this, and I continue to answer it over and over, and I imagine I always will, just because as you get into coming across vegans and trying to come up with your own reasons why you don't want why it's false, why it's a fallacy, why it's not possible, why it doesn't make sense, why all these bad things about it, you start formulating or figuring out what holes to try to get into, and what to come at a vegan with that says they don't that you don't need to eat animals. You don't. I mean, facts are there. And let's see. I eat bread, and I also don't care about the animals whatsoever. Oh, this was recently. So Zeno, 47 minutes ago, I don't care about the animals whatsoever. I also have a hard time about this. Let's see. But I don't act like I'm saving animals or saving them from terrible death, nor supporting that in any way. So I said I'm just really sad to hear about him not kind of caring about the animals whatsoever. Since when did you realize that was the case? If it ain't a pet of mine or someone else's, why should I care about the animal? Give me a reason that doesn't involve religion or it's a living thing. I have to compelling will to care. This is interesting. So, he's not going to care, or he or she's not going to care unless it's a pet or someone someone else's. Why should I care about the animal? All right, so my first response is, so I'm going to say that animal has a mother. So even though, it's not someone else's or a pet or legality, why should he care about the animal? Because that animal cares about that animal. I think that that's really what it comes down to. That animal cares about itself, and it will show and tell you that it doesn't want to be harmed, cause pain or suffering too. So, you don't have to necessarily care about that animal because, you don't have to care about that animal. But just know that that animal cares about that animal. And so, therefore, we shouldn't have to find the need or go out of our way, especially if it's unnecessary, to harm and kill that animal. It's not necessary. So the animal has a family and a mother. So we'll see what he says. We got back. Well, he said no. Why would you want to let turtles live? Population control and taste good. So if they breed animals into existence, it can be about population control. I mean, and even deer farms. There's deer farms. That's why I think population control is just another, just this made up lie that you tell yourself that it's just that you're doing something good. Population control. It just doesn't. You're not. That's not really what you're doing. So here goes TKC 2406. Wait a minute. So you justify the killing of some animals for your little vegan pizza, so you realize the amount of natural habitat that is destroyed by clear-cut farming, how every single rat, mole, or any insect in the ground is killed. Okay, we went over this. Grouse and dove called home. You don't care about animals. And the thing is, I do. I mean, of course I do. I don't want any animals to die for me to have to live. And so that's true. And so there's a way to do it where you don't have to. There's a way to grow vegetables, or, technology is advancing far enough to where we do not have to breed animals into existence or to raise them and to enslave them only to kill them for food. Like, we're not going to have to do that. I mean, we don't have to do that now, but it's just going to get more easier for all of us. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be possible. It's just, we just have to come to the connection, reconnect with the animals, and say, "Wow, I don't want to be doing it." I don't know if you heard the barking. A lot going on out there. All right, so that's that. Let's see. It really isn't possible to farm with any unintended. I've been one almost my whole life. I should know. To make those indoor facilities would be even worse. Turning more of human nature into a concrete jungle is your idea of saving animals. The only way that we could, without killing anything, without farming at all, would be gathering from what nature had already provided. You're clueless. Keep living in your dream world, but nature is as cruel as it is beautiful. Let's see here. So I'll say with people not not thinking that it's possible to grow plants and vegetables and fruits and things without killing other things. It is possible, and it's also a way to continue to minimize it too. So to think that it's just not possible is just a fallacy. It's false. So you gotta kind of get out of that mindset and continue to just make progress. Don't just say, "Oh, it's not possible. The future." I mean, we got a long way to go. Don't think that it's just not possible. Have you ever hit a deer while driving? No, but I've hit several with 120 grain, 25-06. They taste great. How do you feel? How did you feel when you killed them? Is my question. He said really good, fresh meat, organic at that. Did you enjoy the killing part? I take my time to do a heart shot. They are dead before they even hit the ground, so they don't suffer, just like I was taught. So a couple questions, Edward. How many deer have you shot and killed? Who taught you? Have you ever missed? Made the deer suffer? And do you think it's necessary? Think we know. Think we know the answer. Here we go. Farming causing more death than hunting. Hunting causing more, or farming causes more death than hunting. Yes, farming animals causes billions of animals to die every year. You don't need to hunt to survive, as you can choose to eat plants. No reason to hunt in 2023. So you were correct, except I wasn't referring to farming animals. I was talking about farming plants. You have to kill more animals to farm plants than you do to farm animals. That being said, you're right in saying that people don't need to hunt to survive. I think I understand the idea behind this video. Clever, but playing on people's emotions could turn out poorly if you find someone crazy. I'm not sure. I mean, you can find that anywhere. You think you kill more animals farming plants? People canoeing down. Watch this. I bet you I can show you this. This will be sweet. Here it is, camera. Oh. Camera B? Camera A? Maybe it's not connected. Wait. There it is. Look at that. Oh, we can see it. Can we? Did it work? Can't zoom in or anything. Can I? Let me see. No. All right. Let's see. All right. Nobody's grabbed the link yet. So we're going to keep going. All right. All right. Tillonoris. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I am a hunter. My dad was a hunter. My grandfather was a hunter, and I hunt for me. It's a tradition, and I'm not a trophy hunter. I don't care for the antlers. I care for the meat, and I let nothing go to waste as well. I only will ever kill the old and weak deer that have lived their life and have spread their genetics. All right, so this goes back to hunting tradition. We're taught these things. We're taught to go shoot other animals. We're taught this. We're taught to shoot animals, and in this case, it's going to be for food, right? We don't want to, and we're going to use all the meat and everything. So I wonder if they ate all the organs and things. What do you do with the eyes, with the skin, and all of this? I'm not sure what they did. They also go after the old deer, okay, and so they don't go after the baby deer, okay. So they think that that's obviously more, a better choice. Instead of killing the young, let's kill off the older people. They're still not ready to die. They still don't want to die. All right, so I said break the tradition, shoot them with a camera. He said I'm an avid outdoorsman. The woods is my home, and we're in from a lot of our diet as wild animals, but I still the utmost respect for any animal I hunt. I said, can you explain what the utmost respect specifically means? I pray over the animal and give thanks to God after I shot it. I said, what prayer do you use? I say, thank you, God, for this beautiful animal you have given me today so I can nourish my body today. Amen. I said, do you think the animal wants to die regardless of the prayer you say? I said, I don't think really any animal wants to die, but regardless, I take the animals like quick and quietly with a painless death and make the life of the animal honorable. This is an interesting one. So, what what would you say to the animals? The animal, if you got to speak to the animal before you were going to take its life, and and they asked you a question like, why are you doing this? How would you respond to that? What would you say? How would you answer that? It's a tough question. Very tasty. All animals good and high in protein too. I said, do you think taste is more important than life? When the meat is marinated just right and grilled to perfection, I believe so. Never know when it's your last meal. Savor the taste. You think the animal feels the same way? I think we get caught up thinking what we think, whether it's to us or not. But I think if you put yourself in their position, I think it's easier to understand and think about you know, like, yeah, I wouldn't want that done to me. You know, keep talking about the golden rule, you know, do unto others as you would do unto yourself. You know, treat others the way you want to be treated. I mean, animals are no different. They're others. Eat this bass. Jesus Christ, we are human, man. This is not making a difference. My videos aren't making a difference. I'm pretty sure it's making people feel different. And, you know, certainly getting them to think differently. And if anything, they're dropping seeds. So, and I can't stop. This is, I mean, there's too many people out there that just have no idea that it's even possible. And they think that being vegan is some crazy idea, some crazy, you know, where you're all skinny and you're not, I mean, no, absolutely not. It's just, you don't want to be killing animals. You can eat all plants. I mean, we're not even talking, we didn't even got into the health aspect. I mean, just keeping from the animals perspective, you don't need to be killing animals. I mean, from the health perspective, it's amazing. It's where the protein originates from. There's zero reason we should be eating meat. It makes our blood acidic. It's cholesterol, saturated fat, bad things are in animals. Animal proteins. It's just not good for our bodies. We're not designed to digest them. It sits in our colon, it rots, and these are the reason why we're getting these diseases. And again, not a doctor, full opinion. And so, but we're trying it ourselves, and so we're eating nothing but plants. Another reason, you know, before people say, "Oh, you can't do it," or "You're gonna feel like this," or "Your a lack of meat is gonna, you know, make you delusional," or I don't know. But it's like, okay, well, let's figure it out. Let's try it out. And so that's what's happening to us. So we're trying it out. We got some more canoers and kayakers out there having fun. Group of 3. So this is what's happening. Let's keep going here. How's our stream look? Maybe I should end this here. 45 minutes, 43 minutes. This is a good one. This is a good one. All right. So I'm going to end this, see if the audio, how this one turned out. But so this is show 34. If you go to back 33, same day. Probably should have combined the two. That audio was terrible. This Yeti, you know, I think this audio, MacBook Pro audio sounds way better. So we're going to continue to use this. Guys, I got this link. I want to bring someone on. We can talk. Challenge me. I want to respond to your comments real time, but the timing doesn't work. I miss Rekid. Sorry about that, but I responded to your comments in my last video after you popped off. I didn't know how to bring you on yet, but now I do, and so I want to make that happen. Oh, look, I can bring that up. I can switch to this camera. Fire. Can show you what I'm looking at, fishermen and all. You can go live. All right, guys, thanks for joining. Appreciate you. This was fun. I hope this worked out because I'm gonna do this more. It's way better to be out here. I know my audio is not going to be as good, but I'm gonna try to figure that out. Try to get some better audio. There's a boat here. Let's check it out. Like you can see. Pontoon. Fishing. No, he's not fishing. Just pontooning. All right, guys, I'm back. But really, you just got to ask yourself, you know, why you continue to eat animals. You know, it's 2023. Plant-based options are out there. Try it. I mean, what is it going to hurt anything? You can sit here and argue with me and all day, but just try it. And give it a good try, too. If you go in on it, and that's how we started. We went 30 days in, 30 days plant-based. We went all in. We cleaned out the fridge and went plant-based. Kept going. And so that's what I encourage you to do. There's nothing stopping you. You can choose to do it at any point. And you can start today. You can start after this video. You can start now. And that's what I would recommend. All right, guys. Hope you have an awesome Saturday. I'll probably jump on again or put some other, try to break these down, put out some little shorts, see if we can get some traction on these. And again, if you are interested, send me a comment or a message, and I'm going to we'll set up a talk, because now I have the capability. I send you the link, bring you on, and then here we go. All right, guys, have a great Saturday. Don't ever forget.
Quit eating animals.